So you can play around it by adding some things. Let me reduce this one to, let me say, 105. Make this one to 50. Make this one to be 125 something. So you can see, sorry, I'm making this one 500, which is not possible. So we are having a purple color here, so we can just play around it and have as many colors as possible. So we are having hexadecimal values here with HTML. RGB can also be specified using hexadecimal color value in our form. How? Now we are going to be using it with hash. So it's just same as the RGB, just that this one will be having hash without a bracket. So hash RR, GG and BB, where RR is red, GG is green and BB is blue, and the values are between 00 and FF, which means hexadecimal will be combination of numbers and alphabets. For example, if we are having FF0000, our color will be displayed as red, because FF is the highest value and others are set to the lowest value, and the lowest value is 00. So let's try this on the fourth heading using our style color hash. Let's give this blue, so it will be 00 for the red, 00 for the green and FF for the blue. Yeah, so it's giving us blue color. Let's refresh. Yeah, we are having our blue color here. So that is it for the RGB and HTML colors. So we have styling HTML with CSS. We can use CSS to style our HTML documents. We have three ways we can style our HTML documents: using the style attribute, which is the inline CSS, using the style tag, which is the internal CSS, and using the style file, which is the external CSS. So the first one is the style attributes, second one is the style tag, and we are having the style file as the last one. So inline styling is used to apply a unique style to a single HTML element. If you can remember, all this we specified color to H4 and only H4 is taking the effects. We specified another color to H2 and only H2 is taking the effects, while specifying other HTML styles in the body is taking all the effects, is because all other tags are inside the body. So that is why it is taking, the body is taking the color of white and the background color of red. So here we are having style color pink as H1, so we are styling only H1, which is H1 is the unique element we want to style here. So we have the internal styling, which is used to define a style for one HTML page. So just now is only HTML elements. Now we are talking about the HTML page. So the internal styling is defined in the head section of an HTML page within a style element. So here is an example of how we can specify the internal styling, while the external style sheet is used to define the style for many pages. With external style sheet, you can change the look of a site by changing one file. So to use external style sheet, add a link to the head section of the HTML page. So we are not going to be making use of the internal and the external styling because we are only treating HTML. So when we get to CSS, we can use the internal and external styling. For now, only the inline styling is what we are going to be using. So the next on our course is HTML links. So links are found in nearly all web pages. Links allow users to click on their way from page to page. To link our HTML pages, we can use the anchor tag, which is the A opening and the contents before the closing tag. So this is the syntax. We've used this anchor tag before. Here we have it, the click me. So we are having hash here because we don't have anything to link to the file. So note, the href attribute specifies the destination of the web address. Yeah, so here, if we are having any URL we want to paste here, after clicking on the link on our browser, it will now take us to that URL. It will now take us to that page. Note, the link text does not have to be a text. It can also be an image or other HTML elements. So we can also set a target to our HTML link by using the target attributes. So e.g., we have the href, URL, and the target blank. So let's make use of the target here. Target. So let's make use of this blank. So to take us to a blank page after clicking on it here. So it just took us here because we did not specify any URL to it. We just used hash, and it is giving us back what we have here. So we have the HTML bookmark. So e.g., HTML bookmarks are used to allow readers to jump from a specific part of the web page. Bookmarks are practical if your website has long pages. So let's try making our link to be an image and then add a bookmark to our website. Our web page is not yet a website, we're just working on a page. So first of all, let's make this click me to be an image. Let's have our certificate here, and then I'm going to cut it from this part and paste it to the ending of our page. So here we are having our link. This is a link, you see. So when I click on this one, it won't take me to anywhere, but if I click on this, it will take me to another page because that is a link. So let's specify a width for it. Let's make it the width of 50 pixels and height of 50 and height of 40. So here we have our link image. So let's try to create a bookmark for our HTML, documents. So I'm going to be having another anchor tag, a link up here. So this hash will be down, hash down. So this hash means ID, so I am going to make this ID here. I'm going to call my ID here, which is the down. So this ID, this hash here is representing the ID here, and here is our down. So let's see, if I click on this, it will take me, sorry, we haven't removed the targets yet, so let me remove the blank targets to get our results. So when I click on it, it took me to the down page. So let me do the same thing to this so that it will take me to the top. So first I'm going to remove the blank targets and make this one up. So let me specify the up here. So this is the first element after the body, so I'm going to specify it here, which is the up. So when I click on this now, it will take me to the up, to the top, and when I click on the top one, it will take me to the bottom. So that is all we have for the HTML links. Let's move to HTML images. We just did all the practicals about images. Let me just read some important information about images, and we will move to the next topic. So HTML images helps us to add images to our HTML document. HTML images are defined with the image tag img, and it is self-closing tag. It doesn't contain closing tag. So we have HTML images contains some attributes to display our image. So HTML images contain some attributes to display our image. The first attribute is the source attributes. The source attributes help us to collect address of an image. So here is the syntax. We have the source and then the address. So here is our source, and we are collecting this address certificates from this place, still inside our folder. So the next one is the alts. The alternative text attribute helps us to add information to our image. So here is the information, additional information. So how this alternative text works is that if our image is not correct, the URL address is not correct, let me use this certificate as an example. So I'm not spelling it correctly, so here our image will not display, but we are going to have the alternative text to tell us that this is a certificate image. So we have the weight to specify the weight for the image, the height to specify the height for the image. So HTML images can be set locally and from the internet. So we can set it locally from our folder, and we can just collect the URL from the internet and set it to our HTML documents. So HTML images can be used as link by nesting the image inside the anchor tag, which we just did to create a bookmark to our HTML document. The next we have here is our HTML tables. The HTML tables help us to add tables to our HTML documents. So tables are defined with the HTML table tag, and it is divided into table roles, which is the TR tag, and the TR tag is divided into table datas, which is the TD. So a table role can also be divided into table headings if we need headings for our table, with the TH, which is table heading. So to add a caption to our table, we need the caption tag. So TR means table role, TD means table data, TH means table heading, and caption tag means the caption for our table. So here is the syntax. So we have the table tag, we have the first row, the first tr, which is for the table headings. We have the first name, last name, and points. So we have the second table row, which is collecting the first person's information. The first name is Gift, the second name is John, and the third name is 20, and the point is 20. So same goes to the second person here. So let's practicalize this on our code. Let's have our table tag. The first table row is for our heading. So let's have our first name, last name, name, let's have age here instead. So we are done with our table heading. So we are going to have the second row now, which is for the first person's data. Let me see, Fauzi here. So we are going to be having our TD here. So the first name, let me say Fauziya. Last name will be Muhammad. And age 15. So let me have another person's data here in the third row. And we have Rukaya, Salihu, $25. So let's check it out on our browser to see what we have. So we're having first name, last name, age. So this is a table, but it is not a table yet because it is not having a display of a table. We need to have some touch. Let me give this a style. Width, %, to contain the screen. Okay, so let me give it a border. One. So it's now having lines, but if we notice, each table data is having lines, and the table row and the table itself is having a line too. So to avoid that, we do what we call border collapse. So we are collapsing the border, and here we have a very good result. So I don't like why it is I don't like how it is displaying as center like this, because we are having center text align. So I'm going to just remove the center from here and then make everything to come to the left. So here, this is our table. And that is all for table. So we have the HTML lists. The HTML list helps us to add lists to our HTML documents. The HTML list classified into 3 ways. We have the ordered list, the unordered list, and the description list. So first, let's look at the ordered lists. So the ordered list starts with the OL, ordered list tag. So each list item starts with LI tag. So the list items will be marked with number by default. So here we are having the OL and we are having LI inside for the lists, for the write-ups, and then we are closing our OL here. So it is marked by number. It is marked with number by default because it is an ordered list. So let's try it on our code here. After the table, try the list. So let's make it the OL first, then the LI. I'm having list 1, list 2, list 3. So let's check it out on our browser, and here we are having 1, 2, 3, list 1, list 2, list 3. So it is marked with numbers because it is an ordered list. So so the HTML unordered list starts with the UL, which is the unordered list tag, and each element starts with the LI2. The list items will be marked by default with bullets because it is an unordered list. So we have the UL here before having our LI. So let's try it out. We have the UL, LI, list 1, LI, list 2, LI, list 3. So checking it out will give us our results, and here we are having it as bullets because it is given as an unordered list. So the last list is the description list, which is a list of terms with a description of each term. The DL tag defines the description list, the DT defines the term, which is the name, and then the DD defines the description data. So the DL now is the container, while the DT is the name and the DD is for the description. So we have the DL here opening, and we are having the DT here. We are having coffee. So the DD is now describing the data, is now describing the coffee, that a coffee is a black hot tea, and same goes to make white cold tea. So let's have our example here. The DL, DT, we have our coffee, and then the DD, which is black hot tea. So same goes to the coffee, the milk, white cold tea. So let's take a look at it here, and here we go. We have the coffee. It is telling us that the coffee is a black hot tea, the milk is a white hot tea. So let's stop here for now. Thank you very much, and we'll see in the next class. Thank you.